Here I am, Saturday night, January the 23rd, 2021, 10:17 p.m. While I was at the 4-hour duty call, I was contemplating if I was going to do this video. And the reason that I wanted to do this video was because I had a lot of things on my mind tonight. And I said I was going to make this video for myself, and I was going to share it amongst you all when the time was right, whenever that should be. If that's a possibility in the near future, it may not be, because I don't know which way this video is going to go, because like I said, I just wanted to talk and get some things off my mind. Okay, so here's the thing. I had an encounter with one of my children's father today, and that sent me into space. Also, I received a text message at 2:30 a.m. this morning, and it stated, "Fuck you," which I don't know why I received that text message, even though I wasn't talking to this particular person. But what I was doing is not answering the phone calls, because I went down that road before and I do not plan on entering that space again. So, all this happened because of an encounter I had today. And also, I started to ponder upon, what actually was I doing, as far as with YouTube, and what am I actually trying to accomplish. And so, when I need to get solutions, I either journal or I make a video and I rewatch it and see what kind of solutions did I come up with within the video. I have done numerous videos of this sort, and it's very therapeutic for me, because, like I stated previously in one of my videos, it's only me, and that is no lie. No friends, no family, no nothing. Just me. And that is very saddening, very depressing at times, because when you put in as much effort, when I say you, I am speaking upon myself. When you are always, being creative and productive, I'm not going to say that I just be wanting a leeway so I can just fuck up. That's not what I'm saying. But I do be wanting some type of space, or I do be wanting to interact with other people. But in my case, that's not possible. And the reason being is because I have grown even more wiser. And I know that me being around particular people is just not healthy for me. Especially with me dealing with the things that I have to deal with on a daily basis by myself. I used to put up with so many, I don't want to say degrading, but so much foolishness, amongst others because I can see things. And I would ask myself why. Even if I did have encounters with, new people, I would instantly pick up on the lies and pick up on their energy and all that. And that would be the end of that, you know. And sometimes I say to myself, well, is that a blessing or is that a gift or is it a curse? But I look at it as a gift because if I had this gift in my younger days, I would be well off right now. I do not like going through struggles. I do love challenges though, but a struggle and repeatedly going through situations with others that reminds me of my past, that frequently shows up. And it's like, well, have I been denying something that I need to, unblock and heal? And I said, no, that's not the case. I call them pop quizzes. For when the test actually happens, I would be well prepared to handle that particular situation. So, what I'm trying to say is that I, now it seems like I am about to go into some fuckery myself, right? No, that's not the case. Like I said in numerous of my videos, I tend to be in my head more because I'm always by myself. And when it comes to me having conversations with myself about myself, they go, it just, they be all over the place, but I understand them, you know? I go from past to now to future to yesterday to 2 weeks ago, just so I can get the clarity that I need to focus better on my now. Because my thoughts be trying to pull me back in my past because of that need to want to interact with other people. I ain't gonna say it, well, at the moment it seems like a need, but it is not. It's not a need. It's only something that I wanted to do in that particular moment. But after that moment has passed, then I don't think about it anymore. But after I had that encounter with my daughter's father, I went into a slight depression mode because I'm like, wow, I allowed myself to become intimate with this individual. Now, please believe me, I am not trying to come off as I'm Miss Goody Two Shoes or any of that. It's just that when you know better, you do better. But as I was not sitting here, but as I was, having a conversation with him, it saddened me to see that I allowed that to enter my life. It's like, what in the world? It's like I was not aware of nothing. But I'm just speaking upon this because I'm on a video. Not that I was oblivious of how I used to be in my younger days, because that's another story. But the thing is, when I said I made peace with my past, I made peace with my younger self. It's like it does. It resurfaced just so I can look at it some more and to analyze it some more. But then I asked myself, how much more analyzing do you have to do? But the thing is, if it makes me feel some type of way now, then somewhere within me it has not healed, right? It hasn't healed. So I cried. I cried and I cried. And this happens so frequently. I do it a lot because I be like, how much longer do I have to be in this space alone? Then I started making excuses. Well, it's the environment. Well, it's this and it's that. And I can just go on and on and on about what I say it is. But then I say, well, I've spent pretty much all my life in and out of relationships from the age of, well, they call that puppy love, but I want to say from the age of about 9 to now. And I'm like, what is it? Then I was ignorant, I was naive, I was gullible. It was so much stuff that was going on with me, in my younger days. But now it's like, when I do things and I see that it has the potential of being something from my past, and I still choose to go forth with interacting with that individual, it's like the pop quiz. Let's see how much you know yourself. Let's see, But I know it seems like it's some kind of deception on my end when interacting with others, but it's not, because I don't go in anything, or I don't be hoping, or how can I say this? I don't go in nothing again, assuming that it's going to be the same thing happening, meaning no understanding, just a lot of stagnating nation things going on my end. I can't speak for what somebody else does in their life. I cannot do that. Whatever float they boat, it's fine. But my thing is, when I see that it's not some kind of compatibility, we don't have anything in common, then it's time for me to leave. And like I said, to each his own. It's not that, I think I'm Miss Goody Two Shoes. It's just I know what's best for me. But with me knowing what's best for me at this day and time in my life, I end up alone. Because it's like, everybody that I come in contact with, they are so, how can I, in denial. about so much about themselves, and I see it. And you know, the thing is, I would bring it to their attention, and then it's like, well, you don't know me, or you don't know what I've been through, or you don't know this, but you know, the way a person talk of themselves, the way a person, how can I say this? Um, hell, now I'm getting in that space again. But what I'm trying to say is when a person says things and I interpret them as some type of resistance, some type of blockage within that person, and I tell them, and they look at me like, you know, who do I think I am? Like, I'm just, you know, I always want to be critical, or should I say, you know, negative towards whatever they got going on, which I don't. But my thing is, when I see things of that sort, I have to remove myself. And sometimes the individuals don't understand why I do that. And it's only because I know what I know. I know what I need in my life. This is not going how I expected it to go. In the car, it was going lovely. And I said, well, okay, we're going to re-enter that space and get it on video. And now that I'm getting it on video, it's like I'm sitting here like picking within my own head, you know, no, don't say that, say this. And that's exactly what I'm doing, because it's like, well, do I need to say that? Because I have did numerous of videos with me airing out things about what was going on in my life, how I felt, you know, and it made me seem like a fool instead of the wise one. Yeah, when I look back on those videos, I'm like, wow, now this is supposed to be the one who have all this wisdom, all this knowledge about herself, about the world, you know. Yet, I still allow myself to get in situations that I know don't serve me well. And the thing is about me doing it, what used to happen is I used to take it so freaking seriously. But now it's like, okay, I see it. I'm gonna do something about it, and that's that. So my thing is, what is this now? You know, what is it now that is really bothering me? So I went to I had an encounter with my daughter's father. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about too. How with me just being who I am, it's 10 times harder now to interact with other people because I'm so misunderstood. Either I'm trying to be bossy, nosy, or, you know, critical, or I'm the fool, you know? I don't know no better. But that's far from the truth. But like I said, it's a lot of things going on in my life right now. It's like I got over one hump, which was my transmission went out, and I had to figure out how I was going to get that fixed, which I got that straightened out. Which what I'm dealing with is really it's really, it ain't really nothing. It's just me really just focusing on it within my own mind. Like, I just want to be mad at something, but I'm not mad, you know. So here I go. So that's why I said I just wanted to do this, which is not going how I wanted to go. So I can look back on it and see what I was talking about. But what I wanted to do, I wanted to really have a conversation so I can help somebody, you know? Because I really do have a lot of wisdom when it comes to relationships, when it comes to you being in, denial of yourself. I have a lot of wisdom when it comes to things of that sort. But it's not coming out right. And you know why it's not coming out right? Because this wasn't the proper time. But I already told myself when I was in the car I was going to do it, so I'm doing it. It's a lot of things that I just wanted to address, which I know I'm still gonna do it. I'm just gonna have to write it down now instead of speak on it. I said this video was gonna end at in 30. I was gonna have a 30-minute video, but my thing is, whatever this is that I'm dealing with, it's not nothing too complex, nothing that I can't handle. I've handled so many things by myself, to the point where I have accumulated a lot of masculine energy. I have. And I know that's not attractive when it comes to the opposite sex, but when you always handling things by yourself and you don't have that significant other support, then that's what happens. You get real, cocky, confident, and arrogant, and so much come with, you having to pull yourself out of a situation by yourself. When you have to cheer yourself on, when you have to give yourself those pep talks to pull yourself in a space that would allow you to continue, even though you feel like you just can't go on, which has happened to me numerous times. And I felt like, okay, I can't do this no more by myself. And I will cry. I'm a big crybaby. Yes, I am. It's so much that I know I'm going to end up doing this video over again because I still haven't did those 2 videos yet. Letter to Myself and, what's the other one? I can't think, but it's 2 videos. Oh, what's the fucking procedure? Those 2 videos was strictly going to be for me to look back on and, get some kind of feedback from myself. But I know that I'm beating around the bush because I just feel like the things that I really want to talk about, I don't want to share them with this certain particular person that be watching my YouTube channels. I don't want to share this moment with that person. So that's when I'm thinking about starting me another YouTube channel. So when I do want to, go in details and talk about certain things, that I will have that platform to do that. So that's another reason why I'm sugarcoating. I'm not really going into details about it because I don't want to talk about, and that's another thing that I wanted to talk about as well, because last night I was so in my space, so enjoying myself, having so much fun. And then, boom, all these non-stop phone calls just started coming through. As if that person was crazy. But I'm like, wow. But anyway, like I said, I'm not going to give that any more power than what I already gave it. But it just be things that I want to talk to with a physical, to talk to people, not people, but a like-minded person that understands how I feel. Ooh, I'm about to start crying. Because I have evolved myself to a certain point in my life mentally that I'm so removed from the world. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be, but it's like, okay, if I run across somebody or whatever who similar to how I am, okay, that's fine, but that's not what's happening. And then also what I've been seeing on YouTube is it's just a lot of entertainment, you know? People just putting on shows. And it's like I don't but it's like, okay, if I know these are all programs, then I know that in order for me to get in that program, I'm gonna have to follow the script. Whatever comes with that, you know, that space. But I said, okay, I'm gonna be different. And this is why I said I'm gonna make another YouTube channel, because I feel like I have a lot to say to single mothers, because yes, I am a single mother of 5, 1 deceased. It was 6. I had 6 kids, 6 children, 3 boys and 3 girls. 1 is deceased. Yeah, I'm still young, you know. I started real early, 13, 13. And I think about how I really didn't have that child, you know, with that teenage experience. I had 3 children by the age of what, 20? 3. But it's like, no, I don't, you know, I don't want to look at that as a crutch, you know, because that was a huge part of my, you know, my strength. Me having to, you know, just handle things as a single mom. Yeah, I've been married twice, but they didn't make it. And yeah, this did not go how I wanted to go, girl. That's why y'all see though that like that little girl, you know, comes out. We want to play, you know, but off these when the camera's off, I'm full in mama mode and full in, you know, leadership mode, because I have to be. That's why I get on the camera and I be all, you know, so cool or whatever, you know. Oh, but anywho, it's approaching the 30 minutes. Didn't get to the top of it. No, I didn't. Sound like I was just doing a lot of, you know, rambling, right? That's what I was doing. Like I said, okay, I had wrote down my titles when I was in the car. I'm like, okay, it's going to be my truth, ain't your truth, emotional wreck, or it was going to be the truth. Do the truth really set you free? I know why the cage bird sings. That was going to be my title for this video that I'm doing now, because I really thought about it long and hard. I'm like, okay, we're going to go in tonight, meaning me. Because I said I didn't want to go live because I didn't want no feedback. I just wanted to drop the video with the comments off and the, you know, the likes and dislikes off. And so, just talk. Just talk to myself and see what come out. Because I know, yeah, I do know I do a lot of scripting. But I'm like, okay, I want to speak. I have a lot to, you know, offer to the ladies out here, to the young teenagers out here, females. Yeah, I have a lot of advice, a lot of wisdom when it comes to things of that sort. Because I was the one constantly in denial and constantly, repeatedly going through the same thing, just with a different face. And so, here I am, all because an encounter, which I look at him as my past. Then that sent me down another rabbit hole of looking at other things. I'm like, well, this ain't going to end. But But I know it's gonna have its time when it just ain't gonna appear no more in my life because I'm not gonna be raising kids all my life. And I think about that. So what are you gonna do when you have raised your kids and you got all this free time? I already know what I'm gonna do, but because I think about that now, you know, how I just love to be so creative, and I would love if I had more interaction, not interaction with you guys on YouTube. But I had a Facebook group. I got 2 Facebook groups, but I don't even go in them. I don't go on Instagram. I just be on YouTube. So, and then that's nothing when I say well I get better at what I'm doing. There's nothing wrong with what I do. I think a lot of times I get so excited and I just be want to share. And the excitement, it just takes over me, and then boom, here comes that little girl. And I see her. I'm like, why she do that when she get on the camera? As well as I can speak, because I can speak well, yeah. I don't know what be happening. What I just said will be happening. That little girl comes out and she gets so excited and she just be all over the place. Yeah. This is not how I be off camera, y'all. I be on my serious face, in a serious mode, my mama mode, protective mode. Yeah. I came in here in silence, y'all. She ain't got no music. That was another thing I want to talk about how a lot of my videos, it be decoded. I ain't gonna say decoded, it be coded. And I love music, as y'all know. I love great music, like that music that mellows me out, that really help me concentrate and just do my work. I don't too much particular care for rap. I don't. I don't know what be going on in that world. My church may have to get me, up to date with some of that stuff because I really don't care. But it's so much that I do now that it just seems like, oh, I'm just the old woman in the shoe that just don't have no life. Which I do have a life. It just seems so abnormal to other people because it's like, yeah, I'm this age and this is what I do for fun. This is what I do, on a day-to-day basis. Yes, that is my life. Me being creative, expressing myself. That's me being creative. That's me being happy. That's me living my life. This has been happening in my life with me being like I am for what I want to say 11 years now. But it's in a more intense way now, like the knowledge I have. And I'm like, I told myself that I had to quit all the foolishness and the fuckery that I was doing to myself based upon, how I do know how to maneuver through bullshit, but they don't mean put yourself in it or allow yourself to continue to stay in bullshit because I know how to maneuver in it. And that's what I've been doing. hmm Allowing myself to go through the bull. But anywho, it's 34 minutes. And I still ain't I said, a couple of things that may, have shocked you guys or whatever. But guess I'm gonna have to do the right thing. I did want to read y'all some in my journal that I wrote the other day. I think I wrote this yesterday. And it blew my mind when I reread it because I'm like, who was that? I told y'all I channel when I write. So I'm like, what was I talking about? I don't know. But it's on the paper and I reread and I'll be like, wow, thank you for the information. I did not know that. And it helped me. Even though I wasn't even in no funk or nothing yesterday. It's just that when I want to know something, I ask myself a question. And then once I start my journaling session, a lot of things become, clear to me when I start writing. But anywho, guess this is gonna conclude this video, and hopefully when I do the what's the fucking procedure video and letter to myself, it all makes sense. It all come together. And oh yeah, I think that's another. I know that's another thing that got me in a funky space too, because I did some videos, y'all, and I didn't like them. And I spent, oh my God, hours and hours on it for me to be like, today, what is that? Like, but I told y'all, it sounds so foolishness. It sounds, wow, like so far-fetched. Like, when I speak of how we go in and out of consciousness, and I know it, I catch myself like, where was I? When you're not here, or you put yourself in that trance state, where do you go? You go within your own mind. You take yourself from this physical world just like that, and you go within your own mind. You don't hear nothing, you don't see nothing, but what you thinking about at that moment? Until somebody snap your ass out of it. You can call it daydreaming, you can call it lucid dreaming, whatever. You still don't be here. And that happens a lot to me, especially when I am really into my work. I like being away from, the hearing. Well, I ain't gonna say the hearing now. I like being away from this thing called reality. And I like to be in mine. It's so peaceful there, There's no trouble. It's just peaceful. And the whatever challenges I do have within my own mind, I figure it out. Like I said, it's nothing really wrong now. It's just I went back, into my past in my own head. Whoa, that's what happened. Oh, but anywho, there I go rambling again. So I guess we finna end this, and hopefully, oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm supposed to be going live in the morning on Energetic Consultant. Then I'm supposed to be going live on this channel Monday at 11 o'clock, and the name of it was going to be dun, 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 Living Within the Now. That's what it was going to be. What it is going to be about. This is if I still do it. I don't know if I'm still going to do it, because I really have to, clear out this energy, or should I say harness it in something else that's going to give me something back, instead of holding on to it and being mad at the world or whatever, being in this space that I know don't serve me. But yeah, I am a loner by choice, not voice. I just learned my lesson. I don't need to do those repeats again. I don't need to loop again. I don't need to go through the lying and all of that low self-esteem stuff from others that I take notice of, that I try to help with, that they don't seem to understand that they have. And you know what? This seems to happen amongst a lot of people that I come in contact with, that I have those rendezvous, those encounters with. I said rendezvous, I mean rendezvous. But yeah, it's nothing wrong. It's just I get tired of talking to my damn self. That's it. Where I will not be moved. Yeah, I was, shooken a little bit earlier, Because I'm like, oh my God, was she really this goddamn stupid? Meaning me. Oh my God. It scared me to see that I was with that person once upon a time in my life. Like, what was you thinking? But I wasn't thinking. Hey, I was the be fruitful and multiply girl that got it so misconstrued in that Bible, honey. Yeah, I was her. Be fruitful and multiply. Didn't have no kind of discernment at all, no type of wisdom that could guide me into finding the husband that was for me. I just accepted anything. I used to say I believed in myself so much that I could help people when I needed to help. I needed to help myself. I used to always wonder why I was, so I used to be alone a lot. Then I jump into another relationship because it's like I didn't like the company that I kept, meaning myself. I didn't know me. I used to cry like, why I gotta be alone? But that's why I'm supposed to be alone. But I forced things that shouldn't have happened, but they did. They worked out in my favor because all the challenges and the hardships and all those depressing nights and days, they taught me how to be a better me now. They taught me that. But anywho, y'all have yourself a good night. And this is what 10:58 p.m. And I guess I'll catch y'all on the live. Beautiful days ahead of us. And we manifest them royalty, fabulous. And it's gonna get better. Not my speaking. I must, fuck that. Because there's nothing wrong with that. I'm saying me and my mental and my focus. I mean, knowing what the fuck, where I'm headed. I don't beat myself up. I be patient with myself. That's what you're supposed to do. But I would like that. I would love to have some fun in my life with a special someone, which he ain't in my life now. I'm waiting. Wherever you are, I'm waiting. I'm not allowing myself to put myself in those predicaments that I've been doing. That's not going to happen anymore. It does get lonely. But anywho, y'all have yourself a good night. It's Mr. Lady Z and I'm signing out.